Yes. Was the meeting evangelistic?
The meeting was evangelistic. Yeah. And because it grew to such a size, they decided to divide it into 4 segments.
Okay.
And different ministers from the town each took a group and they preached the word. And it was because of the preaching of the word of God and the gospel of salvation through the cross work of Jesus Christ that people came under conviction of sin and fell down before God, cried out for mercy, and they were pointed to the Lord, not just on the 7th of June, but also on the 8th of June. And we thank God for those very special days, the first week in June, 1859.
What happened at Fair Hill stirred my soul. 6,000 people on the outside of a small town gathering to hear the gospel. That's incredible. On the very same day, students at the schoolhouse were brought under conviction of sin and were led to Christ as well. So huge was the impact of this revival that the town bought a Bible, and they have it preserved in the museum to commemorate the impact of that move of God.
You can see that Rachel's putting on her white gloves because we've got to be very careful how we handle the Bible anytime that we have seen it.
So how old is the Bible?
The Bible was purchased in 1859, presented to Coleraine on the recommendation of the Reverend Canning, who was one of the Presbyterian ministers in the town at that time. So it's been very well preserved, looked after very, very carefully.
So the Word of God was essential in this move of revival here.
It really was. What actually Rachel is showing us here is signatories to the Bible. You can see some of the names here. James O'Hara, rector of Coleraine. John McDonnell here as well, the Wesleyan Church, because all the churches were involved at that time. Right. Presbyterian, the Congregational Church was in existence at that time in Coleraine, as was the Methodist Church.
Right.
So they were very much involved.
So a rising tide lifts all ships.
Yes.
So all of God's people with their different doctrinal persuasions were touched by God.
Yes, it was all leveled out at the revival. They came together.